Hi everyone, welcome back to my crafty desk. My name is Sandra and I am very excited to be crafting with you today. I hope you're excited as well to be here. If you haven't done so yet, I would love for you to take a moment to hit the like button, and if you find value in the video, if you haven't done this yet, please subscribe. I would be more than happy to see you pop up on there. So with all of that, I just wanted to say that today we are going to focus on making these doily clusters. There are people that like this one's like a flower cluster. This is just like a teardrop. And you could do, you can call them whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. But basically, my goal on this is to make what are they? Doilies with buttons and jewelry. And I want it to be embellishments for my junk journals and my ephemera, and they can also be a standalone piece as well. So I should have grabbed a journal just to show you something. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna pop over here real quick and grab something. So here's a journal out of that stack of 12 that I was working on when I first started the YouTube channel, and I mentioned that I had been working on these. I haven't gotten back to them, so I need to get back to them since we made the journal cover toppers. Anyhow, you can see like on its own, you know, I mean, maybe it's not going to fit with this piece, or maybe it needs to be a little bit smaller for this one to work, but see how it can look like a closure type thing. You can put like some, you know, I don't have the right color, but let me just see. Oh, here I have this. Say this was the tie. You know, you can have something that goes underneath it. You can have, or it can be big and it can go that way. It can go any way you want, but I'm just showing you some ideas here. So there's that one. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? So that could be like, for me, I think this one so far I think I'm going to make this one's going to be made for this. Got to spit that out. And I'm going to do, not with this one right here, but, oh gosh, both sides are so pretty. So this isn't the one I'm going to use for this closure, I don't think, but or for decoration maybe. But anyhow, this is my idea for this one was this. So here's like my topper that I was working on before I just put this aside, and this was going on here, and then I had this. I made this the other day, and I thought, you know, I kind of like this, and I need to make more of them. But another thing I like about these two is, even without that, maybe I won't use that, who knows, but even without that, you know, I like to put them like this, and I just pop them around that way, kind of like I did on that Make-A-Wish journal, and then I just glue it down. I can add more embellishments. I can twist this whichever way I want, and then back here, I just put like a little brad in there, and honestly, I don't even attach the brad to the journal cover, and I mean, I can if I would have thought about it sooner, but I just put it in there, and I just, you know, there's a little bit of backing. I could put something back here so to kind of cover it up, like a little piece of material. I don't know. Anyhow, just ideas, you know, they're just ideas. But with a button, now buttons can get a little bulky inside your journals. I know, we all know that, right? But sometimes just like in the little corners here and there, it's not too bad. I mean, especially if you have your pages are going all different sorts of ways. So, I mean, but it does add a lot, I think, you know, even without the button. I suppose some things could be more bulkier than others, like for instance this one, if you can see, that's raised high, so I would not put that in a journal. That's even too crazy for me. So I would definitely put this on the front of a journal. So I should have grabbed one that didn't have such a colorful thing. But you see what I'm saying? Isn't that pretty? And then even on its own. So I will quit yammering on about that. And I guess I better put these things back together, because I will never be wondering what the heck I did with them. I'm going to keep that out for a moment though. I'll just set that right there. So these are the ones I made the other day, and these are jewelry pieces right here. These three, and then these three right here are buttons. Oops, and this piece right here, I think that was jewelry or a belt. I'm not sure, but I guess it kind of falls in that same line. So let me put these up here, or over to the side, and we will start making a couple for us. So I went and grabbed a few of my supplies, and I grabbed some buttons and some jewelry. I also grabbed, I thought last minute, as I was running over to the desk, I remembered those embossed chipboard pieces that we did, and I thought, oh, you know what, I wonder if any of those might, you know, like to take a little ride on one of these clusters. Let me just see, just for, you know, yeah, I think it's cute. Anyhow, I will put those in there for a minute. And first, the first thing is we need to pull out some clusters, some things to make clusters. So, I have tons of it. I have lots of crochet stuff. I've been collecting it for a very, very long time. And every now and then, every now and then I would just sit in front of the TV, usually like when my husband's at the fire meetings and things like that. So I'm just watching kind of a no-nonsense kind of show that I can follow along without watching. And, or I just have some music on, or I have a YouTube video going, and then I just sit there and cut. So I'm going to pull out a few of these pieces. You can add lace to them. Oh, I have lace right here. It's not supposed to be in here, but there she is. You can do lace with them. You can do fabric, paper. You can add whatever you want. I'm gonna focus mainly on the doily pieces, and also on, I'll probably maybe add a little bit of lace. I think I have my lace scraps right over here. Maybe a couple of different things. I think that one, honestly, I think I'm gonna do something different with that piece. I'm gonna throw that back in there. But, and then here's a nice piece we can cut off if we need it. Let's see what I have in here. So, this is also something I need to do. I'm gonna be going through, before I was doing YouTube, you know, it made more sense for me to have everything over organized. Not really, but anyways, but that's how I was doing it, because all I was doing was cutting. I wasn't actually making anything, except once in a blue moon. Now I'm trying to keep up with journal giveaways, and journals that I sold, and journals that I'm gifting. I mean, who knew? Who knew I could make so many journals so quickly? I sure didn't. But anyways, I don't have time to over organize anymore, so I need to kind of get it condensed down. I mean, this is only the stuff that I've cut, like, and all of these have, like, you know, a giant family. So let's see. But I wanted to get a few of these kind of pieces out of here. Ooh, and there goes one to the floor. So, all right, I think I have enough junk out, and I can always reach in there and grab more. Right? Right. Ooh, look at that pretty pink one. So let me throw these over here too. And then there we go. Nice giant mess. Loving it. Okay. Hopefully you can't see that. And then I have, so what I want to do first is I'd like to find something for a base. So when I look for my bases, this already has glue on it. So I think, oops, I can't tear this. This is not thin. This is not cotton fabric. This is crocheted stuff. So actually, I'm thinking I'm going to cut that piece off too. And honestly, I'm going to toss those. They're hard and crunchy with glue. I'm never going to use them. As much as I would like to say I'm going to. I must have used this and then pulled it off as something. Actually, I think this is when I was making that wedding dress for the wedding journal. And I was getting angry because it wasn't working, and I just like, oh, look at, I cut that one into a heart. So I think I'll lose that if I use it. So let's see. These aren't everything that I wanted. Let me just, okay, sorry, backtrack. Let me just, I have them all stacked on top of each other, so I'm never gonna be able to just grab and go. So let's just get this little fix up here. There we go. So what I like to do is I like these kind of pieces for my back, my starting off piece. Okay, so let's go there. So I have that one. I have this one. Let me see. I have another one. I don't see one. Oh, but look at this giant flower. That's cute. This, I guess that's the same thing as that. And then what I like to do is I just like to layer. I just like to kind of go for it, see what I'm liking. I'm really liking this. I just cut this off of a giant thing I got. I mean, that kind of blends in. Will I use the heart? Who knows? I should just move that because it's going to bother me if I don't use it. See, in these pieces, like, I mean, I can use that as my back piece. I have so much of this stuff, but I don't think I would use that one. I have a hard time because it's in a big square. But look at this one. It's not. So now I feel like free. I feel like I can use it. So does that make, do you know what I mean? Do you ever think like that? So I like that one. I don't know if I want to use the same one there. We can do this. So I'm going to throw him back because I'm just not feeling him, her. Look at it. And then I'm like, I'm all over the board. I actually already filmed this. Those ones that I just made, I already filmed it. Funny story. So I filmed it, and I was supposed to get it set and to air for today. Well, not today. To the day that this is actually airing. I was supposed to have it airing. However, what happened is it's the beginning of yard sale season, and there was an estate sale too. And so we had this big citywide yard sale, and I was so excited. My husband's like, "Do you want to go?" Because he goes too. And I was like, "Heck yeah!" And so of course I'm up early anyways, so I've already got up. I'm doing everything. We've already had our breakfast, and I've already videoed. Now we left here about 9 o'clock, and I've already had done 2 videos. I got one up posted, and then this one, or not this one, this one was ready to post. I had it done. I had it uploaded to my iPad. I had everything ready to go, and but I didn't have time to post. So I was like, oh, I'll just do that when I get home. So we go yard selling. We're having a good old time. Let me tell you, I am having so much fun. I'm seeing a bunch of people I know in town. I'm just chatting it up, driving everybody crazy probably, but I was just having so much fun, and I felt good because I was like, oh, I'm so good. I'm so far ahead of my videos. I'm finding really fun things. And then all of a sudden, my husband's like, well, you want to go to this other one out of town? And I was like, yeah, let's go. So I went to go grab my phone. I thought, you know what? I better just check and make sure that I still have I don't even know what I was checking for, honestly. And so, because I have everything turned off on my phone so that I could video. So I'm like, what the heck? My phone is gone. What the heck did I do with my phone? I know 100% that I had my phone with me. I like this one, and I like this one. I know 100% that I have my phone with me because at one of the yard sales, I pulled it out to call my son to ask him a question about some iPads that were at a yard sale. And I was like, hey, what do you think? And anyhow, that's another story. But so I know I had my iPhone at some point. I know I had my phone. It is an iPhone at some point. But I don't know I just knew that point is the last time I actually seen it, touched it. So we okay, you know what? We live in a really small town. We know everybody knows us. We know everybody else. It should be fine. So I said, let's just backtrack. And see if I can find it. I grabbed his phone already. We called it, and it rang and rang and rang. Finally, voicemail picked up, and we did that several times. So that told us that the battery wasn't dead. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was checking to see what my battery was, because when I left the house, my battery was only at 40-something%. Which I'm never bad with my battery until I started filming videos, because it sucks up your battery. So anyhow, I said, hey, so I went to go, that's how I found my phone. So I said, let me go look on Find My Phone, through your phone. Surely I'll be able to find where it's at, because it was ringing and I know the battery was fine. But I couldn't find it with his phone. I don't know why. I don't know if I don't know how to use the thing right. I don't know if it's because I had something turned off, because I've been turning everything off on my phone to video, because I need all the storage space I can get, because my phone only has 64 gigabytes for the thing. So I need all the storage. So my phone has basically been held hostage by my video taking. my iPad has become my thing. Basically, I've been using that as a phone at home, which it works. But when I leave the house, it doesn't work for a phone. So anyhow, all that to say, I couldn't find my phone. So now we get home. I go, let's go home. Maybe I have the volume off or the ringer off, and it's in one of these boxes, because let me tell you, I found some amazing stuff. So future videos to come. And so let me just check and see if they're on there. Okay, I gotta quit playing with these. Let me finish these ones here. And so we get home, and I'm thinking, we're going through all the boxes, and little by little, and I know where I bought everything. So I'm only looking through the stuff after I had used my phone. At that yard sale, we had went there already. He didn't see it anywhere. I didn't buy anything at his yard sale. So we went forward from there, and I only looked through the boxes from there, because what would be the point looking anywhere else? So, oh, that's big, but I like it. So here we are, we're doing this, and as we're going through the boxes, it's nowhere, and it's not ringing, nothing's picking up. Oh, that's kind of nice. And it's just going to voicemail. Nobody's picking it up, and I'm like freaking out now. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? That is literally the only thing I have to film. That's it. And I live very rural. I mean, I'm not gonna have a phone. I'm not gonna have a phone for like a couple of weeks if I don't have a phone. So I'm like and I thought, you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. I'll figure it out. So we're far too attached. I am anyways to our phones. I'm supposed to be learning something here. This is a lesson for me for sure. So, whoops. I know I don't want to use these ones anymore for stuff like this because it's so cute and it would be so cute on a whatchamacallit. But I just want to see what it would look like with the pearly because I know I have some more that are flat and I like it. I don't know if I have enough color around that though. So anyhow, so now I call my son. I'm like, with my husband, I'm texting him with my iPad. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Get on your iCloud, Mom. Go in there and turn everything off. He's probably thinking, oh my God, these old people. Just kidding. He's not. He's actually not like that. So he's in his 30s, and he goes, so he texts me back, and he goes, get on your iPad. Or he goes, get on your iCloud. You can control everything from there because you have everything synced. I don't, and he goes, and hopefully your find a phone thing is actually on and you'll be able to find it. So I do that, and oh my gosh, my iPad can do it. My husband's phone couldn't find my phone, but mine did. So I was like, oh my gosh, I found it. And it shows me this address, and it's nowhere near where we were yard selling. I think I pulled that out once already. It's nowhere near where we're yard selling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let's go. So we hop in the car, grab our dog, we all hop in the car, and we start heading out to this address. And so I'm like, I'm like on the thing now, and I've never lost my phone, so this is all new to me. So it says, put your name in for someone to contact you, put a phone number in for someone to contact you, click this button, and it does all this stuff, and it shows that your phone is shut down, it's locked, it's been lost, and I guess it notifies the person or whatever. It notifies all these locations, and everything's like popping up. So this poor person, who was a very nice person, ended up getting all these notifications, I guess, but I didn't know that. So here I am. I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and call my phone now. I'm gonna see if something happens, so I call. And it gets answered. So some guy answers it. Hello. And the first thing I say is, I go, oh my goodness, thank you so much for answering my phone. I'm on my way to your house right now. And then he was like, okay. Okay, yes, I have your phone. I was gonna take it to your father-in-law's. And I thought, does he know who my father-in-law is? Like, I didn't realize it showed my name and everything. So yeah, he was. But we were less than a minute at this point from him because, like I told you, I'm in a tiny, tiny town. So everywhere, you can drive anywhere within our town and right outside the city limits of our town, I think within 10 minutes, 12 minutes tops. So, and there's no stoplights, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyhow, I keep using just the buttons, but isn't that cute just like that by itself? So that's what we did. We went and got my phone. So we spent a couple of hours yard selling and estate sailing, and then we spent an hour looking for my phone. And then I was so exhausted, and so I didn't finish my thing. Oh, I like that there. So it's got that piece right here. I'm gonna see if I'm strong enough today to cut this off. So we went to the property that we've been working on to do cleanup. Oh my gosh, it's so much work, but it's worth it in the end. So we're doing this, and I was exhausted. So after 4.5 hours of just hauling, like packing and hauling, and oh my gosh, it was horrible. Filling the dump trailer and cleaning up, just everything. It was crazy. So by the time we're done with that, we're like, okay, we have to go. We're done. We're starting to like fall over our feet. Trip over our feet and fall over. So it's time to be done. Isn't that cute? And I don't really have a lot on here at this moment, but I love these. I have used these a lot, so maybe it just needs that. No, I don't think that does it. I don't think that does anything for it. Maybe this has to go down like that, and then this can go here, and then that can go on there. Okay, I don't mind that. So the color on color, but the different textures and coming down. That's much better. So we are just exhausted, and we come home, we get cleaned up, take our showers, and then we go make dinner, and it's late, which is not our normal thing to do, late. And so I'm sitting down, I'm thinking, oh, there's something I'm supposed to do. There's something I'm supposed to do, I can't remember what it is. And then I thought, so then I got on my phone and my iPad, and I was like trying to clear histories and things like that and get ready for the next day. I'm doing all these things, and we're just watching our show, and I'm so enthralled with this show that we're watching right now, and it kind of scares me a little bit. It's called The 100, if you haven't heard of it. So it's a little, I get scared easy. So we're watching this, and I'm really watching and paying attention to this show, and I'm like cleaning up my phone and stuff, and what I thought, and I know I had already posted a video, you know, so I deleted the video for the one that I hadn't posted yet. I deleted everything, and I didn't realize it until I went to go video the next video now, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So, and I can't find it because I deleted it forever to save the gigabytes or storage or whatever it's called. And so, yeah, there's my story. There's my crazy story. I had so much fun though, and I was like, okay, so I need to learn to just slow down, and I need to learn that there's more than one way to get things done, and that not all things lost are not lost forever. But that's what I was thinking, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I thought, you know what? I am way too attached to that phone. Even if I'm using it for video, I can do, there's so many other options. I need to not let myself be so consumed by one object. It's an object. Like, if I'm going to be consumed by something, it should be chocolate or something, you know, something delicious, something fun, you know, going to a show, having lunch with my girlfriends. Oh my gosh. My phone though, come on. I can't believe it. So now, come on. And then just stop and take them. And I don't know, what else is there to learn? There's always lots of stuff to learn, but isn't that crazy? Crazy. So I'm using this glue. I should just use the Fabri-Tac for this because I'm going to be doing metal. But this is, and I just bought a new one. I don't know where I put it. So, but this glue's metal, and because it says so. So, and so far it's been proving to be good. My gosh. I wonder if it's because it's cold in my craft room. But isn't that crazy? I'm like all over the place asking all these people that I know, everybody at these yard sales, because we live in a really small area. So I'm like, oh my gosh, hi. They're like, oh, you're back? I'm like, yeah, I lost my phone. And then, oh, look what I have. So I got my dish that I chose. I chose this dish for my rag, my wet rag, because it can hold water. Because I was like, oh, I'm like extra messy, so it can hold my water. My rag can be extra damp. If I forget to redo my rag the next morning or the next video, like if I come back a couple hours later, I still have dampness. I can throw my wet one in there, and I can set my messy glue in there. So then if it does volcano, it volcanoes in there. And look at my cute dish. So isn't that fun? I love this thing. So guess where I got it? Yep, estate sale. So I found some super awesome stuff. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to share them with you. It's actually not going to be, it's going to be more than one video because there's no way we could do it there's no way I could do it all in one. But I just got so much cool stuff. Like, it speaks to me to share. So to share what I found, to share my horror. Like, I want to like literally like physically share. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I think I just want like a little bit more backing. That's not quite big enough. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this together, but I do want, oh, maybe this one will work. Yeah, I just wanted something a little bit more substantial. You know, you can make paper clips with these too. I know. Who said it already? Somebody did. Got so many creative people on here. Sorry, I'm going a mile a minute. I was actually all calm and ready to do the I'm trying to do 2 or 3 videos a day to get ahead. So because I want to spend time with my daughter and everything, which right now we're things, you know, everything's optimistic, so that's good. But I want to, you know, I just want to spend time with her and my grandkids, of course, and my sons and everybody else. So, and I want to have stuff on here, and I want to have enough on here so when I come home, good night. I cannot do that anymore. Okay, hopefully this will just work. Oh, I'll just throw my cap in there for now on too, because no matter what, I'll know where it's at. That thing I forever lose also. So anyways, I want to have something done. It's like the same thing like when I go out of town or I go visit, when I do anything, I always want my house to be really clean when I leave. So I like to do all my chores, everything. I even like to do like all the laundry, everything. I want it all done because the last thing I want to do when I come home is that, especially since I have to do, you know, there's all that unpacking and putting everything away and then cleaning all that and all the laundry. And most people, I mean, I'm one of them anyways, that when I get back, I need a break or a relaxation from that, from my trip. So I'm using my cool scrapbooking paper to do all this on, and I'm supposed to be using this, but to do the gluing. So I'm going to tip this upside down. So what I do is I press, especially, I don't know if I showed that. That had like a little bit of an indentation like jewelry does. Can you see what I'm talking about? How it caves in. So I like to press in my stuff into that so that it gets a good seal. Ooh, that's a nice good seal. It came right through to my fingers. So that's good. Because no one's going to see that part. Unless it falls off or they tear it off. And then I know that looks good like this. Oops, I got a little bit too much seepage there with glue, but we address that later. Upside down you go, dry. And then the same thing with this one. Did I already do this one? But I didn't put it upside down. Now, this white glue is squeezing through these little things. I did not think that one through, did I? I got it all up in these little things because I was chattering so much. Anyhow, I need to slow down because I'm going a mile a minute because I'm anxious because I want to get my videos done. But I know for sure I'm going to get 2 videos, this one and the next one. But that just leaves me on my goals to do 1 video behind. But we'll see. You never know. You never know. I'm not going to work on the property today, so that's nice. I can, it's mostly like the outside stuff, and so he's using, you know, big machines and stuff. Like he's tearing down a shed and like that's ready to fall apart. And so it's the stuff that not only do I not do, but I don't like to watch because he makes me nervous. And he's already got a buddy. He doesn't need me there because he's got a different buddy. If he doesn't have a buddy with him, then I'd like to go. I mean, I know CPR and I know how to call 911, so. Not. I know that sounds horrible, but you know those men. Not all of them, I guess, but I have one of those. I have one of those men. We don't have time to mess around. We got to get it done. I like this. I just don't know. Is that too small? No, it's not too small. So sometimes I like to put the threads inside my buttons too. Like sew them to this, which depending on where I'm at or what I'm doing, I would do that. Sometimes I like them without it, and I think there's something pretty just about the little holes, you know. I like that too. When you add the thread, it just changes it a little bit. It's just adding another element, which I don't mind. I just didn't think I don't want to sew right now. So even though that's the other way, I'm gonna go ahead and tip it upside down, just to make sure that all gets a good hold. I can just do tap, tap, tap. And then I'm gonna get this one together really quick. So once you get your bases, and honestly, I'm a lot faster getting my bases together when I'm not chatting it up, because I'm focusing. I have a hard time focusing on, you know, more than 10 things at once. Just kidding. But anyways, but see how fast they go? And then you just have a whole bunch of them. So I've made them before, and I was focusing on all these colorful ones. Like I wanted to add all these colors and these fabrics and stuff, which I like. I like having the options, but I'll tell you, every time I go to make these journals, and I never did use any of these, every time I go to make these journals, and I'm grabbing these things, I'm never grabbing the color stuff because I'm always grabbing the neutrals. That's why I don't have any. So I want them to stay fairly neutral. So like this one, I know that has color on it, but I know I use these colors a lot. So I think I'm pretty safe there. I love mixed metal, but this one is one that I think is going to have to really fit something. This one, I think it's neutral enough. And this one, I think is neutral enough. Good night. Okay, there. Isn't that pretty? So, it looks like we're getting to our time. I will need to finish that one up and get it glued, but I wanted to show you these, how they came out. So, isn't she lovely? And let me grab one more journal that's not so colorful so we can kind of get a better idea of, yeah, here's another one out of that stack of 12. This is one of those journal toppers that we made. This is going on this one. I think I made this one with you. Yep, I did. So this, so you can see, I mean, that's kind of small, but look right there, like for the closure part, if I was doing something like that and I had something on here or not. We can even show you this big one. Maybe this might show up a little bit better now on here. So isn't that pretty? And then you can take like the word journal or, you know, let me see. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the board here. You can take something that you stamped on fabric or anything else. You can put that on there too. I think I would need like a little bit of a layer there for that, but still, isn't that cool? Coolio. Okay, so let's finish showing what we did today. Got that one, and you can spin them any which way you want. So they make good embellishments for your ephemera, embellishing on your journal, and just an embellishment all completely on their own as a paper clip, or I mean, gosh, what else? Like you can put this. You can put it anywhere, really. They're beautiful, aren't they? So these are the ones, oh, this is the one we made this is the one I made yesterday. These are the ones we made today. And then here's all the other ones. And look how fast that was. So, let me move all the jewelry out of view. All right. Well, you gotta let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you've made them before. I would love to know that. And if you have any tips and tricks, share them, please. You don't have to, but I'm more than open to receiving all of those. We're all in this together. And with that, I will just say thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate every one of you. I'm just having so much fun doing this, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, friends.